even before the discovery of oil, agriculture has been before this time. And good thing, we have technology day by day. Now you find that as time progresses, we'll be tilting gradually to a situation where we no longer use of oil.
Okay.
But there's no way we can do away with food.
Man must work.
Yes, if you hear a man tell you, do you know me, he has eaten. There's no any other way you can pass through to like keep food aside and then you are strong. Nowhere. You must eat. So you can't do away agriculture. Even in advanced countries, like in advanced country, people that are into agriculture are the rich people. But the African mentality in us, if you're a farmer, they look at you as one poor human being. But it's a poor idea. So if we must speak us or tell ourselves the truth, we can't deny agriculture. We have to give agriculture a significant position in our economy. That way the nation will thrive well. Let me tell you one thing. You see birds, you see pigs, you see fish. These are areas. These are different areas in agriculture. Then when you talk about crop production, it's another area entirely on its own. So if you are growing birds and you put in resources, okay, I need a given number of birds to grow to mature stage, like 100. How many bags do I need? So when you get the information and then you get the necessary drugs, put things in place, and then grow your birds, you find that in 1 month time, you see sizes of birds that people will come and begin to pick them up. Away from that, if you stock like 2,000 fish and you feed them well, now having 1,500 body weight at the rate of 1,500, you find that in every 1 ton of fish, the rate of 3,500 are making 3,500,000 naira.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so what I'm trying to say in effect is, when you put in resources, there's no how you have
issues.
You have issues.
Okay.
Mr. Omini, you have Omek farms.
Omek farms.
Yes. So here you have section of fish, and then you have broilers, you have piggery section, and we offer services to whoever that comes our way.
So when you say offer services, what services do you offer?
Like we offer farm services regarding fish,
okay,
regarding poultry and piggery.
Regarding poultry and piggery.
Yes.
So how did you get started into this business?
After my service here, I've gone around for white collar job.
Okay.
So I got challenged in Abuja by a coursemate.
Okay.
Who says you study agriculture. Study agriculture, and each time you come to Abuja looking for a job, it gets me pissed off. So go and practice what you study. I study fisheries.
Oh, you study fisheries?
Yes.
Oh.
I study fisheries. So he told me I should go into breeding, knowing fully well the content of a female fish in terms of egg production.
Okay.
So that spurred me up, and I came to Calabar. Though before this time, I happened to be a supervisor in Calabar Urban Development Authority, that is CUDA. So I found that I was rather wasting time as a supervisor. Now, when I venture into agriculture, fish precisely, I saw so many advantages.
Okay.
That I can tell somebody I have not only a section I can do breeding, but I have a farm down my community, a farm that can take capacity of 6,000 fish and 6 tons.
Okay.
Now, through my farm services, I offer to people, and then the breeding research I involve myself. So today, I am happy because I've seen the benefits I have derived from there. I'm not into white collar job, but I can feed my family.
You are in green collar job.
Yeah.
So you study fishery.
Yes.
And how did you find yourself involved in boiler and also pig?
The aspect of fishery technology, it's a department that works hand in hand with animal science.
Okay.
So we are always together, having classes together, and we attain knowledge. So after everything, I don't do wisely into going into what I study and then borrowing a lead tool from.
Your minor.
Yes.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yes.
So how do you manage diseases in an integrated farm like this, where I see boilers are close to the pigs and the fish as well?
Biosecurity is key.
Yes.
Biosecurity. And then you have to ensure that your animals are well fed. Because if your animals are underfed, there are possibilities of deficiencies in terms of immunity. So if there's any outbreak of disease, because they are underfed,
Okay.
so the immune system in them will not be as strong as defending the pathogen within.
Okay.
So on that note, you find that majority of your stocks will be infected. So maintaining biosecurity helps to like do away infection.
Okay.
So it's just that very. And then if you find that one or two animals are infected, what you do is to call the animal. I CULL.
Okay. Isolate.
You isolate the animal. By so doing, they carry out treatment, and then when they are healed, you return them like in fish. There's a term we call it bat. You bat the fish.
Okay.
Batting the fish means treating a diseased fish in isolation.
Okay.
And then when the fish has recovered, you return the
To the
fish
main
back.
pond.
Outside that, there will be a spread of infection to others,
Okay.
and that will cause you. So it is better for like in fish to have to experience carnivorous activity than outbreak of feed disease.
Okay.
Fish are hardly sick.
Okay.
So the reason they are hardly sick is when you maintain good sanitation within the environment, you don't have the problem of reported cases of one or two disease in them. So and then there's a point in time as they grow, the immune system is built. So you find that even the turbid water with the pungent odor it brings out or it emits, the fish can still thrive well. But what you do is, like when you find that the water is so much full of ammonia, then you have to carry out water expulsion. By so doing, introduce fresh water, and then that will just like help to solve whatever is there. But the bottom line is, when you stock your fish, at some point they don't grow sick, because there's a stage they grow up, and then the immune system is strongly built, so they don't have that very case of mortality through pathogenic stuff.
Okay.
So that's just the stuff.
Yeah, you are indeed an animal scientist. Okay. In terms of the feed,
Okay.
how do you manage the feed in such a diverse farm so that you remain sustainable and profitable?
Okay, like the aspect of pig section. We have locally produced feed here. Apart from the commercial feed we get to like carry out, just to like augment,
Okay.
so that at least we cut down price. Like if you check where you have that basin, you have cassava peels. Apart from cassava peels, we have sweet potatoes leaves and then the fruit.
Okay. So pigs, do they eat sweet potatoes?
Yes.
Okay.
And then we have other vegetables within the farm
Okay.
that we can always harvest and then offer to them as food. So they try well. Then you have a piece of yams too. We offer them. So it's not they eat anything.
Okay, that's amazing. How long do you keep the broilers?
8 weeks.
8 weeks.
Yes.
And do you have customers or do they come?
They are customers.
Are there some mistakes you made in the past regarding this farm that you think other farmers should be aware of?
Yes. There are mistakes. We learn from our mistakes. In short, not everything we do in a particular farm is the knowledge we derive from school. Sometimes the school will offer you the theoretical aspect, and then the zeal in you to ensure that you come out with something different will always impel you into exploiting other avenues. The mistakes I have found that I have done, which I want every other farmer or every other hatcher to be aware of, is that you don't carry out inducement process in a female where you have not tidied up the hatchery ground or the hatchery base.
Okay.
See that descent period is just within 10 hours. So an attempt to say, okay, I am extending it is going to cost you. The negative effect that will come up during or down the line is the eggs will be coagulated. So once the eggs are coagulated, it means they have gone bad. So you are throwing such eggs. So if you induce the fish or the female fish with the hormone, and a male is 2,500 naira. Assuming you have like 2 females, you have a 2 kg female. Now you are inducing 2 milligram of that very hormone. That is either overprime or overseas or ovulin, 2 milligram, and those 2 milligram cost 5,000 naira. So it means you have lost that. Now, for the male, normally you are sacrificing the male. So if that mistake is repeated, if that mistake is carried out, then the male is gone. You have lost the male, you have lost the female. Away from that, a male that weighs 2 kg now is 18,000 naira. A female that weighs 2 kg is 18,000 naira. Now, you know how much you have already lost. And in cases where you have where your source of power is through the genset, like here there's no NEPA light, so everything is based on fuel. So you find that it amounts to financial leakages. You understand? So what I'm trying to say in a nutshell is, for you to carry out the exercise, first and foremost, ensure that your breeding ground is tidied up, and then the water treatment center too is equally tidied up. Then you can do any other thing, so that the moment, like I said, it clocks the lactation period, you get the eggs, you get the female, the female, and then strip, then get the male. Already you have prepared the meal, you cross, then you are doing your breeding immediately, or you are doing your spawning immediately rather.
That's amazing. There's so much science in agriculture. so much science.
Yes.
Okay, speaking of all this information,
yes,
for someone who is interested in starting this business,
yes,
but does not have the background knowledge like you,
okay,
what would you advise?
I will advise that the person should look for a mentor.
Okay.
The person needs a kind of mentorship, because if you are venturing into a business you have not known before, you are going to mess up. You can't pass through the window and get into there. Yeah. If you pass through the door, you are doing the right thing, but you pass through, they will say it's a thief. So there's no way you will get result.
So you need to go for mentorship.
Mentorship.
So for someone like myself,
yes,
and every other person out there,
yes,
who is interested in agriculture,
okay,
what do they need apart from the training? What are the basic things they need to have in place? I know you mentioned mentorship.
Yes, yes.
What is it that they should be aware
Okay.
of agriculture?
Okay, like let me just be specific about fish. If you are going into fish culture, what you need is water, source of water. You need a borehole. And then you need to create some holding units. That is some ponds. Depending on the capacity you want your farm to be of. Or you check your financial base and then make the design according to what is at hand financially. But as time progresses, you can increase production or you can expand the farm as you make more profit from it.
So it's good to start small.
Small, you start small. Now, you may find yourself in an 18-pond situation in a swampy area. You just take the dimension and then get your fingerlings. Or, I won't say fingerlings, get your juveniles. Because if you get fingerlings into an 18-pond, if you have that decreased ability to like know the do's and don'ts and then you stock your fish, there must exist what I describe as, it's a kind of cannibal activity that, from another contraceptive interaction. You have heterocontraceptive and then you have contraceptive interaction within the environment. Now the hetero has to do with other amphibians. And then the contraceptive interaction would be within or among the species. You see, so especially when they are starved. So what you do is stock your juveniles and then intensify your effort by feeding them to like come up. So you find that even if you don't screen the place, any amphibian within the environment will always run out of the pond and allow way for the catfish to be.
That is amazing. Speaking of the security of this farm, how do you manage the security of this farm so that you don't lose your stocks?
You can see that the farm is fenced with a gate.
Okay.
Then there has to be a dog that will always raise alarm.
Okay.
And then scare whoever that has somebody with bad tendency will know that there is security within that very place. So since the gate is there, you can't just barge in. It's one of the means with which security is given attention away from the fence.
Okay, that's amazing. For our viewers out there,
Yes.
who are interested in having you as a mentor,
Yes.
those who are interested in buying fingerlings, piglets from you or some broiler birds, how can they get in touch with you?
Okay, I have my phone number, 080-6407-8911. I repeat myself, 080-6407-8911.
Okay. Abada,
Yes.
thank you so much for having us. We truly appreciate
You're welcome.
your time having us in your farm. We wish you the very best in your broiler, your piggery and fish business.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you so much. It's
You're
been
welcome.
an honor. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Dear viewers, you heard it all from the master himself. Get yourself a mentor. Agriculture is a lucrative one. Get yourself involved. Thank you for watching. If you are new to our channel, kindly subscribe, click the notification bell, like, so you never miss an episode on agriculture that matters. Until then, peace.